Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday, Baba reminded us how supremely pure we souls are. Baba explained to us the importance of purity. How, when we, at this moment, at this time of the confluence age, we practice living a pure life, what is the outcome of that? Baba explained to us such a beautiful way in yesterday's Murli. Baba also told us to burn the seed of this thought that I will become perfect at the end. So we have to do everything now, now or never. And then Baba also told us to become master bestowers. This is the time that we have to give. Baba said, giving is receiving. So many beautiful points Baba explained to us. So we will now read the second part of the Murli. Let me share with you where we left off. We can start from there. So Baba was reminding us of all these beautiful titles yesterday, right? Who are we? We are bestowers of blessings, greatly enlightened soul, a great donor. And then Baba said we have to keep giving, keep giving. Now Baba is explaining to be a bestower of blessings means to use your own power as well as the influence of the atmosphere and vibrations to transform souls. So what does it mean to be a bestower of blessings? Baba is explaining we have to use the power and we have to influence the atmosphere and vibrations so that the souls can be transformed. So that is the bestower of blessing. Then Baba is explaining to be a greatly enlightened soul means to transform souls with your words and your various methods of service. To be a great donor means, Mahadani means, to be spiritually merciful to souls who are completely weak. So this is a very beautiful point that Baba is making here. Spiritually merciful. Then Baba is explaining what it means. A great donor. To be a great donor means to be spiritually merciful to souls who are completely weak, disheartened, or powerless, and to give them extra power. However, in some cases, you are even merciful to Maya. So this is a checking point. Am I merciful to souls or am I merciful to Maya? Now Baba is telling us how we become merciful to Maya. When someone is doing something wrong and you feel mercy for that soul, you are being merciful to Maya. At such a time, you need to be lawful. You consider that to be mercy, but it is in fact attachment. It's a very deep point that Baba is explaining to us. We need to check. Is my attachment making me feel mercy towards that soul who is doing everything wrong, is something wrong? So I need to check that. So Baba says in reality, that is called being merciful to Maya. Do not become merciful in that way. This is why Baba said that you must be spiritually merciful. So Baba added this word, not just merciful, but spiritually merciful. Otherwise, some of you even take advantage of words To be a great donor means, now Baba is explaining further what it means to be a Mahadani, to create hope in a completely hopeless case. To create hope in a completely hopeless case. Right? Baba, many times Baba has given this example that if a patient is really sick and every doctor says that it's not now possible to save this patient, and if someone comes and says that you know let me handle this case, everyone said, everyone declared that case to be a hopeless case. But then someone comes and says that let me handle this case, and if that person is able to really give life to that patient, then that doctor will then become like God, right? Everyone will really appreciate all the efforts that doctor showed, and especially the courage. So that is what Baba wants from all of us, because people in today's world, they are completely hopeless. They have lost all their hopes. But if we are able to create hope in those souls, then we are actually real doctors, soul doctors. So Baba says to help other souls with your power, that is to give them a donation, is for the subjects. You cannot be a great donor to air quality souls. Donations are always given to those who are very poor, and support is given to those who have no support. So, at the end, you have to be a great donor to your subject and devotee souls. Brahmins are not great donors for one another. Brahmins are cooperative companions, right? So Brahmins, why Baba keeps saying this, that you don't have to donate anything to any Brahmin, because every Brahmin has the capacity to take from Baba, right? So let that soul directly take from Baba. So that is why Baba says they are cooperative companions. You have to donate to those who are not able to take from Baba. They don't have that strength, they don't have that power to come close to Baba. So we have to serve them, we have to donate to them. So Baba says, you are brothers and equal effort makers. You have to give each other cooperation, not donations. Do you understand? Now, stop thinking that you will do this sometime. Can you hear me properly, or is there can you hear me properly? I'm still in a quiet
There is
place.
some background noise. Um, there is a wind noise.
Is
Uh,
it for everyone, or is it for only you, or is it for everyone? Everyone is experiencing the background noise?
Yeah, little. It's looking as if it's raining in the background. Is it raining over there, sister?
No, no. I think it is the noise is coming from the fan of this maybe laptop
Maybe,
is
maybe, maybe.
creating a sound or something. There is no raining here. It's nice and
Okay,
bright outside.
okay, okay, maybe. Okay. But
Yeah.
your voice is loud and clear. However, that hissing sound is coming in the
Okay.
background,
I
little.
think I yeah, I think I need to shut down the computer, but if I shut down, then it will again we have to restart, and then it will take a few minutes. Do you want me to do that? Should I
no,
shut
I
down?
guess your voice is clear. Of course, that background noise is there. That's fine. That could be managed. No worries.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why this is creating noise today. So, see, Baba says, now stop thinking that you will do this sometime. Do not use the expression sometime anymore. Baba does not like this word at all. Baba always says, erase this word from your dictionary. An intense effort maker never says sometime, but always says now. Therefore, now become a constant, intense effort maker. So, that is the title. Baba is reminding us, who am I? A constant, intense effort maker. So, now Baba is giving his love and remembrances to such constant world benefactors and great pure souls, to the supremely worship worthy souls who remain beyond any type of impurity in their thoughts and dreams, and who even now are worthy of respect and praise, to the Karma Yogi souls who serve constantly with their thoughts and by their very form, to such charitable souls, to the great donors who are bestowers of blessings, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So Baba said namaste to us, and then we, spiritual children, we say namaste to our sweet Baba. So now Bap Dada is meeting different groups. So there are some points here also. So let's see. The first point is about being ever ready and all-rounder. So Baba is explaining to us what it means to be ever ready. So Baba is asking, are all of you ever ready, all-rounders? To be ever ready means that you start doing something the moment you receive an order. So that is being ever ready. As soon as you receive an order, you say, Haji. Not that you ask, what should I do? How should I do this? If you have thoughts such as, what will happen? How will this happen? Will I be able to continue or not? You cannot be said to be ever ready. The speciality of an intense maker is of being an ever ready all-rounder. So we just have to say, Haji. What Baba is saying, the moment you receive an order, you say Haji. We just have to say Haji. Don't even have to think too much. If Baba knows that it's not possible for us to perform that task, maybe that task will be given to someone else, maybe later on. But at that moment, sometimes Baba tests. There is a story of this. At the time, early times of Yagya, when, Brahma Baba, he used to test these dadis. So one time what happened, there was one dadi, I don't remember her name. I think it was Dadi Manohar or Manohar Indra or some dadi. So she had sprained her ankle and she had difficulty in walking. So she was sitting in the class and she would always say Haji to everything. Whatever Baba would say, she would say Haji. So that day, Baba asked in the class that who is going to create fire, for the food to be prepared. So they would use all those coal and everything, and those woods they would use to create fire. And so Baba asked, whose turn is today, or something like that. And I think that day no one raised their hands, because maybe that was very cold day or something was there, so no one was raising their hands. So Baba then asked Dadi, child, would you not like to take this chance of creating fire and boiling water, by boiling the water? So then what she said? She said Haji. She knew that she won't be able to do because her leg was not working properly. She was barely able to walk, but she said Haji. So then, after the class, Baba said, okay, child, let's go. So what Baba did? Baba took this dadi. Baba helped dadi walk till that place where this boiling and all those things what to be done. And then Baba said, Dadi, just to sit there. And Baba did everything. Brahma Baba brought water and then created fire and everything that was needed to be done. Brahma Baba did everything. And Brahma Baba said, you just sit. You see, Baba was just testing. Baba did not allow her to do anything, but Baba was just testing whether this child is ready to say Haji or not. So this is how Baba tests us. Baba knows what we can do, what we cannot do. Baba just tests whether the child has faith or not, or whether the child is obedient or not. So that is what Baba is saying, that you have to be ever ready, all-rounder. So Baba says, whenever you receive a chance to serve through your thoughts, words, or actions, make sure that you are number one in every subject. It should not be that you are number one in serving through words, number two in serving through actions, and number three in serving through thoughts. You must be able to serve through your thoughts with as much love as you serve through your words. So our thoughts, they have to be pure as well. They have to be of very good quality. So Baba says, now increase your practice of serving through your thoughts. Householders too, who give the 7 days course, can also serve through words. Your duty is to make the atmosphere powerful. So that is our duty. Baba is reminding us, we have to make the atmosphere powerful. Make the atmosphere of your place, your town, Bharat, and the world powerful. Check whether you are successful in serving with your thoughts. Baba is asking, serve and then also see whether you are successful or not. If you are successful in serving with your thoughts, then your own stage and the stage of your center will remain obstacle free and will continue to ascend. For the center's stage to ascend doesn't just mean that its numbers increase. The stage of ascent means that its numbers increase in quality. Right? Baba wants quality children. Baba does not want many number of souls, but with poor quality. Quality has to be very good. So Baba says the stage of ascent means that its numbers increase in quality as does its atmosphere, and that the stage of you yourself and your companions is also ascending. Such a beautiful explanation Baba is giving. What does it mean to ascend? So ascend doesn't mean only you are progressing, but it is about everyone at the center. Your companions are also ascending, right? So it's our responsibility to help others also, not just think about our own self, but also think about others. So Baba says this is what is meant by the stage of ascent. Do you experience this? Is your Amrit Vela powerful? Let it not be that carelessness becomes an obstacle at Amrit Vela. So there should not be any carelessness at that time. Sometimes as children they become careless. And how do they become careless? They just lie down on their beds and they think that let me do Amrit Vela while lying down. As Baba says, you can remember me while lying down also. So they become careless that way. You have to sit properly at Amrit Vela. You cannot just lie down in the bed, sleep and do Amrit Vela. You have to get out of the bed and then sit properly in a designated place. Maybe if you don't have Baba's room, at least you can sit on a chair next to the bed Many times I've seen people, they do Amrit Vela on the bed. So then we tell them that, you should never do Amrit Vela on the bed, because bed has vibrations of sleep. So when you are doing Amrit Vela on your bed, then you will never be able to stay focused and stay awake. You will always, after some time, you will fall back to sleep. So you have to come out of the bed, get out of the bed, brush your teeth, wash your face, refresh yourself, and then sit properly. So Baba says, do you have such powerful Amrit Vela that you are able to give the blessing of light and might to the world? So we have to take this responsibility, that I have to give. Amrit Vela is not just the time to take. Yes, of course, we have to take from Baba, but also we have to give to the souls. So if we remember this, if we take this responsibility, see, if someone is in the family, someone has to go to work in the morning time very early, then they take that responsibility, right? That I have to get up in the morning, I have to get ready, otherwise I will be late at my work. So when they take that responsibility that I have to earn for my family, that responsibility helps them to get up in the morning when there is no carelessness, no laziness. Similarly, if we take this responsibility, the whole world is my family, so I need to get up in the morning and I have to serve them. So if we take this responsibility, then it becomes easy for us to get up. Right? So Baba says, are you yourself content with your remembrance at Amrit Vela? Something to be checked. Am I content with my Amrit Vela? So Baba says the main subject is remembrance. When Bab Dada goes on a tour at Amrit Vela, he sees, see, Baba is telling the results. He sees a lack of powerful vibrations. Some of you sit there like lords of discipline, because Baba had said, so I should sit. So as a discipline, they are just sitting there. But really speaking, they are not doing anything. Their mind is not connected to Baba. Mind is all over. So Baba says, now become embodiments of experience. To sit there out of discipline is like being forced. Don't have to force yourself. Yes, in the beginning, to some extent, you need to force a little bit, but then, after some time, when it becomes your habit, then you should really start to enjoy your Amrit Vela. And remember Baba with love, not out of force, out of compulsion. So Baba says, when you have an experience of love, you will sit there with that deep love. Once you have experienced something that pulls you towards itself, even against your conscious wish. When serving through words, you experience happiness and you run to do that, even against your conscious wish. Similarly, make Amrit Vela just as powerful so that you are able to increase your experience of serving with your thoughts. At the end, you will not have a chance to serve with words. So that's why Baba is asking us to prepare ourselves. At the end, we will be serving using our mind. So our mind has to be very powerful. And the best time to empower our minds is at the time of Amrit Vela, because at that time mind is also in a very relaxed state and also very fresh, so it can absorb Baba's pure energy very quickly and very easily, right? And also there are no traffic of thoughts at that time. So many people in the world are sleeping, so there is less traffic, so it's easy for us to reach to Baba, right? So Baba says, at the end, you will not have a chance to serve with words. The certificate you receive will be based on how much you served with your thoughts. because the queue at that time will be so long that you won't be able to say anything. Baba is showing us the last scenes. What's going to happen? There will be a long queue. There won't be any time to serve through words. You will just have to use your thoughts to serve so many people. So Baba says, even now when you hold a fair, what do you do in such a huge crowd? You peacefully give them your good wishes and drishti filled with pure feelings. At the end, when your impact has spread, what will happen? At the moment, they come because of the impact of physical light. But at that time, there will be the impact of the light of you souls. At that time, you will have to serve with your minds. You will have to take them beyond with a glance from you. You will have to change their attitude with your attitude. This is a very important point. You'll have to take them beyond with a glance, and you will have to change their attitude with your attitude. You will have to make them powerful with your own awareness. See, so much work Baba is telling us we have to do at the end. Will you give them lectures at that time? There is no time at that time to give lectures. So, the practice of serving with the mind is essential. Become embodiments of experience. So, Baba wants all of us to practice that from now onwards. So, we have to experience that. Baba says, tell others something on the basis of your own experience. Do you understand? You now have to serve more with your minds. Now create an obstacle-free atmosphere in which no soul would have the courage to create any obstacle. So what Baba wants from us? To create an obstacle-free atmosphere in which no soul would have the courage to create any obstacle. When an obstacle comes and you have to make effort to remove it, that too is time wasted. Right? That's why Baba always says, first you become obstacle-free, first you become destroyer of obstacles, and then eventually you have to become obstacle-free. Because see, when obstacles they come to you, then so much effort we have to put in to get rid of that obstacle. So waste of time, waste of energy, waste of money sometimes. So we have to become obstacle free. Baba says, therefore now make your fortress very strong. Cooperate and be loving with one another, and everyone will follow you. Others will follow you in whatever you do. We just have to cooperate and be loving with one another, and then everyone will follow us. So that was one point where Baba talked about serving, right? Serving through by spreading light and might. So this was about being ever ready, all-rounders, and creating a powerful atmosphere, obstacle-free atmosphere. So now the second point. Are all of you those who remain as unshakable and immovable as Angad? So this is another title Baba is reminding us of. Who am I? Unshakable, immovable like Angad. So let no situation or person in Ravan's kingdom shake you even in your thoughts. Let no one cause even a fingernail to move. Fingernail. To have fluctuating thoughts is like making your fingernails shake. So let no person or situation shake you even in your thoughts. So this is important. Even in our thoughts, there should not be any upheaval. So sometimes a physical relative or a member of your divine family becomes an instrument to create an obstacle. However, those who constantly remain as unshakable as Angad would be able to overcome all obstacles and situations because they are knowledgeful, right? In order to overcome any obstacle, we need wisdom, we need knowledge. And that's why Ganesh is called as not just obstacle free or destroyer of obstacles, but also a one who is knowledgeful. So he becomes obstacle free only because of the knowledge that he has. Similarly, becoming unshakable, immovable, we can become that only when we have the knowledge. So Baba says they understand why that obstacle has come in front of them. Such obstacles do not come to make you fall, but make you even stronger. Such souls will not be confused. Right? So see how Baba changes our perception. Any obstacles they come in our way, we have to see why that obstacle is there. What is this obstacle really signaling me? There is a signal, there is something behind that obstacle. That obstacle has come to teach me something, right? So Baba says, such souls will not be confused. In an examination hall, when students receive the paper, the weaker students get confused, whereas the clever students, they are happy because their intellects are aware that they will move forward in their class by taking that paper. They find nothing difficult. The weaker students will just constantly be counting the questions. They will ask why they have been given such questions, who prepared such questions, why they have so many questions, etc. So they will be just questioning and questioning. What Baba says, Prashna Chitta. If you become Prashna Chitta, then you can never be Prasanna Chitta. That means you will never be happy. You will never be able to experience happiness if your mind is so confused with all these unnecessary questions, right? When, what, how, all these. So Baba says here too someone becomes an instrument to test you. Those obstacles there, sometimes the obstacles are coming to test you. So do not question why so and so is doing something or feel that so and so shouldn't be doing something. Whatever happened was good, simply select the best of everything. Swans would select pearls and put aside stones. Baba is giving the example of swans. They have the ability to discriminate what is true and what is false, what is real and what is artificial. Right? So Baba always says, and that discernment comes only when the intellect is pure, because it's the intellect who has the ability to discern. So purity of intellect is a must if we want to have that power of discrimination. So Baba says swans would select pearls and put aside stones. They are able to separate milk from water. They take the milk and leave the water. See, they are so intelligent. In the same way, when such a situation comes in front of you, consider it to be like water and leave it. Don't ask who mixed this, why did they do this? No questions, right? By doing that, you waste time. Mother says there's no use going into those questions, you're wasting your time. So if the time for taking the test is over and you're still asking questions, you fail. Right? Time is up and then you're still asking questions, then you fail. When you waste your time, it means you fail. We have to value time, right? If we don't value time, then we will have to face the consequences of that. Valuing time means giving respect to the time. And if we respect time, then time will respect us. That time will come when we will get a lot of respect. But if we waste time, that means we don't give respect to the time, then time will also come. Time will also show us, not good things, but like Baba says, failure. So if you waste your time, it means you failed. If whilst taking your last birth, you ask the question, why or what, it means you fail. To have sensitive feelings about anything means to fail, right? So not be sensitive to anyone or anything. Baba gives the example of touch me not plant many times. So when I was little, I used to play with that plant. The moment you touch it, the leaves they would droop, right? So similarly, Baba reminds us that you should not be that touchy. If someone says something to you and you get upset, because if you get upset, that means you fail. So feeling ka flu, Baba says to have sensitive feelings means to have this illness of flu. So don't have this illness of flu, otherwise this illness of flu will fail you. So Baba says when Maya comes to you in the form of a lion, just keep your fire of yoga burning. Where there is a fire, nothing, not even something as frightening as a lion will be able to attack you, right? So these wild animals, they don't go close to the place where there is fire. They're afraid of that. So Baba says, you keep igniting the fire of yoga, so then Maya will not come close to you at all. It will be afraid, it will be scared, it will run away from a distance. So Baba says, when the fire of your yoga is constantly burning, so underline the word constantly, constantly burning, Maya cannot approach you in any form, and all obstacles will finish. See, what it means is that it is when the fire of yoga is not constantly burning, only then Maya comes close to us, right? So that's why we have to keep this fire burning constantly. Baba always underlines this word, constantly. And then everything will be easy for us. All obstacles will be finished and we become obstacle free. And when our obstacles are finished, only then will we be able to serve others. Right? If we ourselves are not obstacle free, then how are we going to make others obstacle free? Sure, this finishes the Murli. This is the last page. Yes. Sure. Om Shanti. We can take a moment of silence and then you all can share your thoughts. Yes, please go ahead with sharing points.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
It's a great
Yes, sir.
movie, and I mean, so many points to share. There's so many points. This Murli is a great collection of so many practical tips. And one point I would like to share in particular is about the ever ready state, and uh, how Baba has told us ki one has to be always ever ready, means Hanji. Uh, the second thought doesn't come. Only the most elevated thought should come. Hanji, I have full capability and I can do it. That's one point. And one more point is related is that when the Maya comes in the form of lion, I mean, the most difficult paper comes in life uh, through the body or the body relatives, relations, or anything, or through any external circumstances, then in that case, become deeply engrossed in the remembrance of remembrance of Baba, and become a fire. That point also touched me. That become a fire, Jwalamukhi. Then Maya cannot come near you. Om Shanti. It will not affect your stage. Om Shanti.
Shanti. I like the point when Baba says, keep the fire of your yoga burning. It would even keep away a lion away, Maya away, and any obstacle would finish. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So Baba says, be spiritually merciful. So, those who are completely weak and disheartened or powerless, right? So we have to show them this mercy. And at the same time, we also have to be careful that we don't show mercy to Maya, where we encourage people who are doing something wrong, and we shouldn't be showing mercy there. And so Baba says we have to maintain that love, that balance. So you have to be lawful there. Yeah. So we need to realize where we have to be spiritually merciful and where we have to be lawful. Yeah. So that's the takeaway for me. Thank you, Upshan.
Further to this point, anybody like to share, because I'm still reflecting on this point as to how do one define between mercy, how do one realize that whether I'm doing mercy with Maya or am I spiritually, what is spiritual mercy for me, and how do I distinguish between whether the mercy is for Maya or the mercy is for the other thing. So, any thoughts there?
Yeah, so that is something that we have to use our intellect, because it is the intellect that has the ability to decide and discriminate. Baba gave the example of swan. That swan has the ability to discriminate what is right, what is wrong. So similarly, the more our intellect becomes pure and divine, the more we will be able to really understand that this is Maya, or this is not Maya. So we have to work at the level of our intellect, and we have to really keep Baba in between. When Baba is with us, then it will be very easy for us to discriminate, and whatever we decide, we will have the confidence that yes, this is what is right for us. So the main thing is our connection with Baba. If our connection with Baba is strong, then naturally, whatever decision we will be making, that decision will be right, and we will know exactly that this is where I need to show mercy, and this is where I need to be lawful. Baba always says there has to be a balance between love and law. So we have to be merciful, and at the same time we have to make sure that we are not spoiling that soul. We are not making that soul weak. That's what Baba said, right? We are showing mercy to someone who is doing wrong. That means we are reinforcing that person to continue to do wrong. What we have to, and that way we are not serving that soul at all. So we have to see, we have to be very, very careful of our intellect, whether our intellect is really pure or not. So I think that purity of our intellect is needed at that moment. And then, automatically, if there is purity, there will be, and of course, Baba is with us, then naturally we will be making the right decision. And you yourself will feel that, yes, I have done a right job at that moment by showing mercy to that person or not showing mercy to Maya. So
Does that mean,
Just
sister,
to,
as a
Rakesh,
situation where, yeah, give Javan, go ahead.
just to answer, that was really a very challenging thing you have asked, because that's what we do. If just I'm going on a road, I'm on a traffic signal, and I see an old man, and I just give him some money, or I give him something. I said, wow, I've been so merciful. I've really kept donating and all. And I'm just giving you these small examples. Or if suppose even I see an old man and I take him across the road and I make him cross the road. Am I really being a child of the merciful Father? But I remember, see that as the sister said, when someone is doing something wrong and you feel mercy for that soul, you're being merciful to Maya. Fine. The best example Baba always gives is, if suppose a cow is running and a butcher is running after the cow, and they go on the right, and somebody behind, um, uh, and the cow goes to the right, but the butcher is standing here and he asks me, did you see the cow going? So suppose if I tell him, yes, the cow went to the right, it's not just a question of honesty over here. It's a question is, am I doing the right thing? So even in such cases when Baba says you need to know the difference between right and wrong. So this I feel you need the power of discernment. So when you have this power of discernment in you, you will know where you have to be merciful and where you needn't be merciful. You can just give good vibes, good wishes and leave it. You needn't really come down and do it. Because this is the first thing when Baba even said yesterday when he started the Murli, I am now polishing you. I am now polishing all your ornaments now, so that for the final. So this is just a polishing point Baba is giving. When you're doing something, when you're giving mercy to something, whether in Amritvela or anything, have the power of a thing. So that again, you must know the power of a great donor, giving hope to hopeless, giving support to have no support. That, Baba says, is a real kind of dani or real kind of mercy. It's just a small point I'm sharing with you. Spiritually merciful is something different, a long thing which you can keep on discussing. Om Shanti.
Get that. So one point that I was wanting to have a clarity on, or probably I'm looking at reflecting more, is when it goes to relationships between another soul, and there are at times there are roller coasters in relationships, and there are tough times when it goes to conversations or situations. Now, at that point of time, how do we understand this is spiritually merciful or not? One reflection that I'm getting is in the event where nothing is in my control as a soul, can I just let go? and put a full stop to what's happening around and let the drama plays its game. Is that the space to stand in spiritual, being a spiritual, merciful soul? Uh, I leave it to all of you to get a reflection or give a reflection on that.
Raki Ben, see, one thing you must remember, you have to be lawful also. See, at the cost of mercy, so for lawful for us can be Shrimat also. But you have to be lawful. Secondly, you have to see, is it creating any attachment? Sometimes when you have attachment to a situation, attachment to a problem, attachment to a person, you would feel like to give your all to that, irrespective of what that person said. So these are the little baselines which Baba says you have to see. There, a balance between lawful and loveful. And is it bringing any attachment? So you have to see this, because you are thinking you're being merciful. No, you're not. Already he is down in sin. You're putting more sin on him rather than lifting him from that quicksand. You're again putting him in a quicksand. So you have to see, can I be lawful now instead of being merciful, so that even though it may hurt him, he can come out. That is giving a real merciful, as Baba says. Om Shanti.
One time Dadi Dadi Prakash Muni was asked how to balance between love and law. So you know what Dadi Prakash Muni said? That love is law. So if we continue to give love, that spiritual love to everyone who comes close to us, then eventually, that love will touch that soul, and the soul will automatically, move towards the right path. We don't even have to say anything. We don't have to even explain to that person that this is not Shrimat, you are doing wrong, this and that. And this is what Brahma Baba used to do. Brahma Baba would never say to any child that you did this wrong, you did that wrong. But very silently, he would give vibrations, and also in the Murli, he would talk about a little bit, touch upon that, and then Baba would give lots and lots of love to that person, and the person will automatically understand that whatever he was doing, he or she was doing, was not right. So we don't even have to say anything, like Baba said today, that use the power of your thoughts. Just keep giving love, and eventually things will happen naturally. Person will feel that.
Sister, thank you for bringing that up, because that resolves the thought that was going on. Because at times it's not the space that you would want to, or I would want to actually confront or speak to anybody, because that's not the environment in which you're allowed to speak anything. So then it's only vibration and pure love that will do its magic. Thank you.
Very nice. Good questions. So can we now end with a few minutes of meditation, maybe?
Yes, sister.
Because time is... Okay, so now let's together become soul conscious and ignite the fire of yoga and see ourselves very close to Baba and experience Baba's love. The more intense the fire is, the more love the soul can absorb. So ignite this fire, intensify this fire of yoga, and become very light. Have this powerful awareness that I, the soul, am an obstacle-free soul. Because Baba is with me. The Almighty Authority, Baba is with me. With this awareness, let's create a powerful atmosphere and become a great donor. Let's donate the light and might to all the weak souls of the world. Let's send the light of hope to those souls who are hopeless. And suffering, calling out to God. They are hopeless, they are helpless. So let's together send them light and might and make them obstacle free. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Kanishta sister. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a blissful day.
Thank you, everyone. Om Shanti.